Hello everyone. Well, a couple of years ago I was touring Niagara Falls and stumbled across a place called Land in my native Canada. So that vlog proved to be a little bit popular. Thus, I've decided to come to only the largest miniature display in the world here at Miniatur Wunderland in Hamburg. Now, I've seen a vlog about this a couple of years back, but I don't know anything about what to expect other than it is highly regarded on every review site you can possibly get to. And I'm sure that the minor percentages of which people have said it was frustrating were for reasons far beyond what I'll encounter today. Is that an introduction? I don't even know. Located in the center of Hamburg along the river, next to the Hamburg Dungeon. It is quite a unique experience from what I've been told. It is 3 stories in total and is very ornate. So I'm going to probably not narrate much other than the things that I actually know about within the displays here, but being in Europe, I'm sure there is going to be some exceptions to that, and a lot of them. So feel free to point out whatever you want and comment, and come along for a tour of Miniatur Wunderland. Before you come in, they ask where you are from, and I believe I've just added one to that list. Canada. We have a bit of a wall commemorating the people responsible for putting this whole display together. Well, maybe not, because George R.R. Martin certainly does not work here. We also know Joseph Jackson does not work here as well. So this is clearly a wall of fame. We will not end up on it today, however. So where to start? I would say Germany is probably a good place to start, even though it doesn't say you should start here, so let us start. Already we see it is turning from day to night here in the German railroad section. I'm actually surprised, it's very busy. Open till midnight every day, and it's a Sunday today, so that just gives you a perspective of how busy it is. As this whole set progressively turns darker as we go from day to night. And you can see the detailing of what's going on in the beer garden here. You can see the master control room of where the whole production is orchestrated. It almost looks like NORAD. Or mission control for NASA or SpaceX. Tons of minute detailing. And on this side you can see actually where they actually work on the maintenance and construction of some of these models. I'm sure there's a larger workshop located elsewhere in the facility, however. You see some trains requiring service. Much like Land, you have the perspective cams running on one of the trains here, of which I'm sure there's many. It's still nighttime in our original display. We're going to move on to the next room. return to the daytime. We have the Schloss Park, or the Castles Park. I'm not sure which Schloss this is, but you're creative enough and you can actually get some room to get your shots. There's some very interesting angles you can get in this particular display. Switzerland here. Big little ski jump. I just managed to fit in the mountains. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger Museum. I didn't know there was such a thing in Austria, but maybe that is the site of a future vlog. We certainly love his movies. We've been fortunate enough to have been to Switzerland in the past, although we didn't take a funicular, unfortunately, when we were there. Again, maybe that's something for in the future. Dogs are allowed, just so you know. Much like everywhere in Germany, they are dog friendly. The immensity and the detailing is crazy. Just even this little construction project going down here, you could spend hours, if not days, pointing out all the details. Departure board for the airports. And you can hear them taking off in the background, which is one of the highlights of the tour. We're going to go check that out. Shout out to all my Lufthansa friends that I serve almost every day at my regular job. I'm pretty sure that is Neuschwanstein Castle. There can be only one. We even have caves. We're going to see the underground system here. You see the rotation mechanism that allows the trains to cycle through various sections of Europe and then loop back through this section. That is hidden in a mountain. This is Middle Deutschland, or Middle Germany. It's a very exciting display on the right side that we're about to check out. The Black Forest. There's a fire. You can press any of these buttons and they actually activate most of the displays as per the forest fire that I just activated there. Train of oil tankers off. And I see bullet train taking off as well. It doesn't seem like it travels faster than the regular ones though. Most appropriate display for our channel. Machinarium. This fair is crowded. Looks like they're having a grand old time here. Actually, it looks like somewhat like a haunt. Reminds me of Toverland last night. Completely out of control. If I can capture that, but that chimney there. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually modeled off of any actual fairground or just a generic sort of representation. We got some good rides here though. Drop towers going. That one looks a lot like Highlander from Hansa Park that we were just on only about an hour and a bit ago. There's a condor. Lots of Huss rides here. Wild mouse. Goes on and on. There's a Tataga in the background as well. If we can make that out. There it is. That fairground and the airport are proving to be the most popular. But I will say, if you come up the stairs, don't miss out on the right-hand side, because we almost went downstairs to the second floor without checking out this whole room here. Another massive display. We're not American, but this is closer to home, that's for sure. I'm not so sure that there's a Canadian section. Since most of what Europeans consider Canadian, they consider similar to American. Oh, that guy's in the wrong lane. To be honest, America does not look quite this ornate. Kind of looks like a hybrid version of Utah, Vegas, Chicago, and New York. German written on the American train. I'm not so sure that's how we roll with languages on the North American side of things. This guy's driving like mad in his old bus. Oh, collision about to happen. Oh, no, he stopped. A Las Vegas passenger station. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that Vegas actually has a station anymore. Even on a Sunday night, you gotta wrestle for views in this place. We have some mines. Fine details of mines here.
Was ist das? Eisanger. Hä?
Of course we have water. It certainly is, first glance, seems to be also an imitation, but it's real water. You can see the surface of it rippling down there. We even have boats functional. Super fast. local favorite? It's nighttime in Hamburg, both inside and out. This is like the traffic that I just went through to get to this place. And then if you know your football currently, Hamburg have done very well in the last year and a half. And this is their stadium. And they're playing St. Pauli, which is like my favorite German team. We're going down the stairs now to discover new worlds. Most definitely Italy, Pompeii, and Vesuvius in the distance. Having a little party over here. Honestly, I would say there's days worth of detail that could be covered in this place. There's just things going on everywhere. I don't know if there's enough clearance for those outhouses to get through. We have a bit of a Cinque Terre, or Amalfi Coast more like this area is. The non-German section is significantly less popular. The Tibetan Freedom Festival going on over here. Just an old big festival. So originally the perspective from below of Switzerland that we just saw from above. All that bridge work. The Rialto in all of Venice. Wow, since we were there, it's a great time. St. Peter's Basilica. Miniature cannot do justice to how massive that building is in person. It's absolutely flabbergasting. And Termini in the background. Certain structures prove to be more popular than others, including the Coliseo. Am I turning into one of those Italian guys that's not Italian, that's trying to say things Italian? Trevi Fountain. I don't know how accurate this is as far as the plan of Rome itself, but they've got all the main stuff. Unfortunately, Monaco is under construction still, so you can't see quite as much as you'd like to. There's the racetrack in the distance. It almost is the exact same size as Monaco, to be honest. This is Provence. There's one last section to check out, and we have to go down this tunnel in order to get there. Or bridge, because it's in another building. There's, of course, continuous displays in the bridge itself as well. Including the train. Rio de Janeiro. still to be built, and the next functioning models display in this new section of Miniature Wonderland will be a rainforest display, which will be ready for 2023-24. There is also an Antarctica section, which there's not much to see, but you can see how they plan this out, which is fascinating. Because these are the building blocks for the next sections of Miniature Wonderland. Now we have a small little thing to do here, which is an exhibition tour. We've been going strong for 20 years.
Dear visitors to Miniatur Wonderland, we close at midnight today. Our restaurant will stop serving warm dishes at 10 p.m. So if you're still hungry, please make your way down to the restaurant. After 10 p.m., you will still have the opportunity to purchase snacks and drinks. Thank you very much.
These are miniature displays of time periods. Including a bombed out section from the war. Most of these displays are relatively hard to show through the glass from the glare situation. We're doing our best to give you an idea of what they're about, however. Really minor displays. Pig farm. And finally, in this section, you have a display celebrating the history of 20 years of Miniature Wonderland. And all the displays that they've created over the years. Definitely the Netherlands, where our trip will end in a couple of days. That is Miniature Wonderland. I now have to go into downtown Hamburg to grab a quick bite before I go back to my hotel for the evening. This was an hour and a half tour. I thought it was going to be an hour. I could spend a lot more time here. I will say the upstairs is a little bit more crazier than down here. So if you're not one for people pushing and kind of getting in your space, as you notice up there, there's a lot of people with masks on and stuff like that. So it is definitely a tight quarter situation. So, you know, be as liberal as you can. I can't speak to what time, you know, or how busy it would be at, say, 7 in the morning when this thing opens. But I'm not sure how many sites there are in Hamburg to see. So this is probably one of the biggest tourist attractions, in addition to the dungeon next door, which hopefully, if we're back in Hamburg at some point in the future, we'll definitely check out the dungeon, because I would love to check that out too. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the vlog and my crazy hair. And yeah, thanks for coming along for what is a wonderful area in Hamburg, Miniature Wonderland. I said we were done, however, the kitchen was just closing up here, so I decided to get the meal, because if I went into the city, I had a feeling I'd be stuck out being on a Sunday night and not being able to get, you know, the full package, and I'm hungry. $12.80 for this whole setup, to be honest with you. I got a currywurst, a salad, a dessert, a beer, a sparkling water, as they only do that in Germany usually. I'd say that's pretty damn good value, to be honest. Pardon my French, but pretty impressed with that. So if you're contemplating having a meal, maybe have it here. You could even, unfortunately, in order to get this package, it's not like you can go to the dungeon and then come into the cafeteria, because we're now past the ticketed area, so yeah, you can't really take advantage of this deal unless you're actually in the site of Miniatur Wonderland. Anyhow, I'm going to dig in. That's the end of the vlog officially. That's a little bit of an anecdote. Always enjoy.